Now, we've talked about Red and the whole start of Vancouver rock and roll on sort of the radio side, but on the performer side, who was sort of like the trailblazer there?
Well, we didn't really start putting our name on the map, so to speak, until BTO. Because, I mean, they were the first international success on a real big scale. I mean, there were other bands, I mean, that were important to the development. I mean, the Poppy Family, which gives an entire chapter all to itself, because they were kind of a mystery to me. I really underestimated them. So talking to Terry Jacks and Susan Jacks was a revelation. But I think, the first important band, the first that made people, where are these guys from? Well, they're from Vancouver, and that was BTO.
Okay, and it says here you've covered the pioneers, the visionaries, and the Mavericks. And when you talk about Mavericks and you brought up BTO, I guess you can't help but think of Bruce Allen fitting into there.
Oh yeah, Bruce would be the first to admit that he didn't know that much about management, personal management, until Randy Bradlin came along and sort of taught him the ropes. But after that, Bruce knew, and if you wanted a career, international career, Bruce was a guy, and Bruce was hard-nosed. I mean, people were intimidated by him, and he could be volatile, and he still is volatile. And so, it's. But he definitely put by his just bullheadedness. He definitely put the bands on the map. I mean, Prism, Loverboy, Bryan Adams, of course, and now Michael Bublé.
And that kind of brings us up right to the present day. Where do you see the rock scene or the music scene in Vancouver going today? I know we've seen quite a loss in like live performance venues and that sort of thing, and then sort of the cratering of the global recording industry. So where do you see it going from here?
Well, Vancouver is now established. I mean, it's kind of like now there's an accumulated knowledge, and so there's a lot of bands, and a lot of these bands know what to do and how to do it, and at the same time, the way music is heard and seen and marketed has changed so much due to technology. So Vancouver, I think, initially developed on its own, is now part of a global thing. I mean, it's not an isolated city anymore. I mean, it's just a small dot on a big map. It's part of a scene that, well, in the book, it says you open your door, people can see, you can see out, but people also can see in. I mean, it's not unheard of, and I did put this in the book. For people from Vancouver, they might go on YouTube and sing one of the songs they've written, but half the world away, a producer might see the song, and if you're not properly protected, you're not properly looked after, that producer can take the song, develop on his own, give it to somebody to sing, and claim it. And so, you're no longer alone anymore. You're part of a bigger scene.
All right. I guess we can leave it there. Is there anything else you wanted to get in on this while I had you?
Well, I think there's probably room for another sequel, because another chapter or two, because when you're developing this book, it's kind of like making your first record. You're never quite done. There's always something more you can add. There's always a little twist, a little thing there, and so to me, it's not a perfect book, but it does tell a story, and I think people will find the the development interesting, and there's enough stories, enough anecdotes in there that I think it'll be entertaining. So that was, part of the book, to tell a story, but also to be entertaining.
Is that kind of like the impetus of it being an ebook as well? It's more of a living document, and it's open-ended, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I had to learn about that. I didn't really know what, when I started, what an ebook entailed. But the fact that people can, hear interview clips and also see video clips adds a certain dimension to the book. I mean, it becomes a living thing.
All right, let's leave it there. Tom, thanks so much for making the time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Best of luck. Cheers.
Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye.